Yes, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the next session now on capital budgeting. In the last session, we have discussed about non-discounting methods of capital budgeting and the introduction of capital budgeting. What is the basic utility of capital budgeting? Okay. Now, today we will start the next set of methods that is called discounted methods in the capital budgeting. Okay. Now, when we discuss about discounted method, as I told you in the last class itself, that discounted methods are those methods in which we are considering time value of money or present value factor. Okay, so always remember discounted methods is all those methods in which we are considering time value of money or present value factor in order to calculate the project feasibility, whether it should be accepted or it should be rejected. Okay, so for all such consideration, we will actually calculate the methods we have in this criteria. We have total 4 methods in this particular series. Okay, that is discounted payback period. Then we have NPV, that is net present value. Third method is your IRR, that is internal rate of return. And the fourth method would be your profitability index. We'll start this method one by one. Okay. Now, the first method we have in this particular category of discounting criteria is discount payback period. Okay. I think in the last class itself, we have discussed about payback period. If you remember, I think so. Anyone who can explain me what is payback period? Yes, students. Any one of you? What do you mean by payback period?
हमने जो इन्वेस्ट करा होता है वो हम कितने ईयर के अंदर रिसीव कर लेते हैं.
How many years we can recover the original amount invested? Okay, very good. So basically, again, in the case of discounted payback period, whenever we will calculate, because make sure the methodology which we followed in the last class about calculation of payback period, it would be similar in this case as well. Okay, so the formula which we have used, it would be similar as well. Okay, so always remember discounted payback period and the difference between payback period, normal payback period is nothing but whenever we are considering time value of money in order to calculate the payback period, that is called your DPBP, or it is called discounted payback period. Okay, now the formula. I hope so we discussed this formula in the last class.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone having these formulas?
Yes.
This formula would be similar. There is no change in that. When you have the even cash inflow and when you have uneven cash inflows. So in that case, we need to apply this two formula. Along with that, post payback profitability and post payback profit and post payback profitability index. I think these all 5 formulas we have discussed in the last classes. Am I clear, please?
Yes.
So we'll start the first question. How to solve this question of payback period when we are considering time value of money. First of all, the method would be similar. The only change is that I'll explain you now. You can see this question right now. The cost of the project is basically 50,000 rupees. Present value factor is 10% and discounted payback period is basically your, get in the question, which you calculate now. So year 1 to 5, uneven cash inflows are given. So we'll apply the second formula. Okay. First of all, what we have to do, we need to calculate the present value factor. We need to calculate the present value factor. So how to calculate that? I explained you in the last class, I think so, or not?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I think in the case of time value of money, I already explained you.
Yes. 1/1 plus percentage.
1 divided by 1 plus I whole to the power n. Okay. If you want, I can write in the formula over here. That would be PVF is equals to 1 divided by
1 plus
I whole to the power n. Okay. So in this way, you can calculate. For first year, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 divided by 1.10 because I is interest rate and that is 10% means 0.10. Okay. So 0.909, 0.826, 0.751, 0.683, 0.621. Okay. Now what you have to do, simply you need to multiply the cash inflow with the respective present value factor. Okay. So 5,000 into 0.909, 4546, 20,000 into 0.826, 16,530, and similarly for all 5 years. After that, the process is similar. You need to calculate cumulative discounted cash inflow. We discussed in the last class itself. Okay. Cumulative discounted cash inflow. This plus this.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is complete year? Because we need to recover how much? 50,000 rupees. Okay. And as of now, we have recovered 43,615 rupees. 40,615 rupees. Okay. So now in this case, complete year would be 3.
3.
Required would be 50 minus this amount, because this much we have recovered already. So 50 minus 43,615, that would be your
385. 6385 upon 20,490.
Or next year cash inflow is 2049. You will get 3.31 years, because we didn't multiply by 12 over here.
Yes.
Similar question, no change in that. The only difference is that whatever cash flow is given to you, you simply need to multiply it by present value factor, and rest process is similar. Is it clear?
Clear.
Hanji. So this is a question.
Let me note, sir, please.
Yeah, definitely. I'll give the time, ma'am. Have you noted down the question, please?
Yes, sir. Question I have noted.
Okay. Please note down the answer now. Okay. We'll go a bit slow, please. We have to complete this topic today, and definitely with sufficient time to complete. Don't worry. Everyone, please note it down fast. Then we'll discuss one more question of the same variety.
Yes, sir. Copied.
So start next question.
Yeah, sure. So like what I'm thinking right now, I think we should complete all the methods first, and then we'll take one common question to calculate each and everything. I think so. Far better. Is it okay? I think everyone. Like we'll take one question for non-discounting, discounting, everything will actually conclude in a single question. I think so. So first of all, we'll just go through with all the method one by one, and then we'll go for a common question. Will it be okay? Hanji students, please kindly confirm. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So I think as I told you that we have total 5 methods in this particular, sorry, 4 methods in this particular topic. So first we are done, that is discounted payback period. It is similar to the last method, okay? That is normal payback period, okay? Now next method we have, that is called your present value, net present value calculation, okay? Now first of all, we need to understand what is the meaning of net present value, okay? Net present value is nothing but basically it is the value of the company in terms of its profitability, whether the company is in profit or whether the company is in loss, okay? So net present value is basically the value of the company by keeping in consideration time, value, money factor as well, okay? You can see the formula as well of net present value, that is total cash inflow minus total cash outflow. Total cash inflow minus total cash outflow. Okay. So what exactly we have to calculate, whether the company having higher inflows or higher income or not as compared to its expenses. As compared to its expenses. Okay. So this is the value basically all about net present value. In this particular case, we always compare company's total cash inflow throughout the lifetime or throughout a particular period of time and comparing it with the cash outflow. Okay, if the inflow is higher than the cash outflow, definitely it would be your positive NPV when the company is in profit. And if it is negative, then definitely company is in losses. Is it clear, please, everyone? Anji, is it clear, please, everyone?
Yes.
Anji. So you can note down the formula, please, first of all, that is NPV equal to total cash inflow minus total cash outflow. Okay. And always remember, like whenever we need to take a decision under NPV, so if your NPV is positive, means your cash inflow is higher than the cash outflow, cash inflow is higher than the cash outflow, then definitely the project should be accepted when we are comparing only one project. But when we have multiple projects, so higher the NPV, the project will be selected. Clear? Hanji, clear, students? NPV greater than 0 means what?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, there are basically two adjustment of this NPV. Okay. Please note it down first and then I'll explain with the help of an example. When the working capital is given to you in the question and when the scrap value is given to you in the question. Okay. How to adjust that I'll explain you with the help of one example. Done, everyone?
Yes, start.
Yes, sure. Now you can see this question first of all. Okay. Now in this question, you can see that there are two projects. I'll explain one. Rest you will do. Okay. Project X and Project Y. The investment of the project is 20,000 in the cash outflow. Life of the project is 5 years. Scrap value is 1,000. Similarly for Y, the data is given to you. Project X, profit before depreciation and after taxation is given to you. That is cash inflow is given to you basically. That is cash inflow is given to you. There is no need to change in that. Okay. So for X it is given to you, and for Y it is given to you. Clear? The present value factor is 10%. Present value factor is 10%. Okay. Now you can see that we have to calculate net present value. Now what is the formula for that? Total cash inflow minus total cash outflow. See, I'll give the time to write down. Please kindly understand the question first. Okay. You can see that cash inflow for X is given to you and cash inflow for Y for 5 years are given to you. Clear? Now, what we have to do first, we need to multiply the concerned project cash inflow with the present value factor. Okay, for example, 5,000 with the first year PVF, 10 with the 0.826, 10 with the 0.751, 3 with 0.683, and 2 with 0.621. You will get all these values. That is discounted cash inflow. That is discounted cash inflow. Along with that, for Y as well, we'll multiply simply by this 5 years PVF. Okay, you will get these values as well. Now, as I told you, there are two adjustments in this question. When scrap value is given and when working capital is given. So always remember, when the scrap value is given in the question, it will be used as cash inflow, because you know that whenever we sold out certain scrap from the company, we will always having some inflow out of it. Okay. So that cash inflow will be multiplied by the last year PVF and it will added into the total cash inflow. You can see that. What is the, you could say your scrap value is 1,000 and 2,000 for X and Y. We'll simply multiply this X and Y project inflow with this particular PVF factor. With this PVF factor. Okay. So you can see that it is 6 to 1 and 1 to 4, 5. Now, this 5 years value along with the scrap value, you will get your total cash inflow. You will get your total cash inflow. And what is outflow? 20 for first, 30 for second. You will get your NPV. So which project is better? Which project is better?
The second one, sir.
Project Y, yes, because project Y having higher NPV. Okay? Yes. So it's very simple question, I think so. You can understand that.
Yes.
Okay, so shall I time to note it down? I think this question. This is a question actually, first of all. Everyone, please take your time and please solve the question properly, because these are the important topics we are discussing right now for your syllabus. Okay, then done with the question, please. Shall I show the answer as well? हाँ जी. Are you done, students? Question? Note it down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. There's a solution for this question now. Yes, and please complete this question now fast. Yes, done, students? Understood this part? NPV for X and Y? Yes, students, clear? Everyone? This question? The assessment of scrap value as well?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, the next variety of questions in which you can see that there are two cash outflows. Okay, the question is, we have this inflows from year 1 to 5, cash inflows, present value factor again 10%, and the scrap value is 50,000. Same adjustment you have to give for 50,000 as well. Okay. Now, the difference in this question is we have 2 cash outflow. Means for the on the 0th year when we started the company, we have invested 1.75 lakh, and in the first year as well, we invested 5.5 lakh. Okay, first of all, you do one thing: calculate till total cash inflow and give me the answer, please. Calculate till total cash inflow with the same variety or same process, and give me the answer, please, of total cash inflow. Understood, everyone? What exactly we have to do? I'll explain you how to adjust the cash outflow. Yes, students, please start this question now. And just need the answer till cash inflow, total cash inflow, including your scrap adjustment of scrap value as well. Okay, please do it fast.
Two 206,905.
206.
905.
No, ma'am, it is 237,955. Please check it out once.
My 4th and 5th year is wrong. एक मिनट 85,000 है ना प्रॉफिट 85 और 50 ना
Yes, ma'am.
85,000 multiply 0.683
Yes.
58,055 ही तो आएगा सर If I wrong, then you explain.
85,000 into
0.683.
हाँ जी
So multiply 5 with 0.55.
okay, here it is 85 they have mentioned. No, 85 na 85 into 0.683.
Hmm.
1 minute
Okay.
now.
1 minute. If you hmm.
Yeah, 85,000 into 0.683.
How many? Acha. Salvage value. Can you show question?
58055. It is correct, ma'am.
No, show question.
Yes, sir. This is the question.
Sixth. 1 minute.
No,
Scrap
no.
value is given, na?
Yeah,
Scrap.
scrap value is
Oh,
50,000 in
sorry.
the fifth year. Okay. So first year
Scrap
35,
value.
second 45, 65, 85, and 50. And then 50 again in fifth year, that is as a scrap value.
I'm not calculate scrap value. That's why my answer is wrong.
Mm-hmm. Because total cash inflow, including okay. So it should be around like everyone, please. It should be 237,955. $175 from the top, I think, and 45,450 from the scrap value. So it is 50,000 into 0.621. 31050. Okay. So it should be 237,955. Please check it out, everyone.
Yeah, 237,955 is correct.
And you can see that this is your total cash inflow. Okay. Now out of that, you need to subtract the outflow. You can see that first outflow we have 1,75,000 in 0th year. Okay. So that would be directly subtracted. 1,75,000 out of 237,955. And the second year expenses of 5,50,000, okay, it should be multiplied by first year PVF. Whenever we have multiple outflow, always multiply the first year PVF. Like the outflow in the first year, we'll multiply it by first year and then we'll subtract it. So you can see that. It is only 50, ma'am, okay, not 5,50,000. It is only 50,000. Not 5,50,000. Okay. Only 50,000, not 5,50,000. Clear? So that should be multiplied by first year PVF 0.909. That should be 45450. So total cash outflow is 2,20,450. 2,20,450. And inflow is 2,37,955. It should be subtracted from this. So 17,505 is the net present value. Clear? Everyone, please kindly confirm. Is this clear?
Again, you explain me cash outflow.
See, whenever we have multiple cash outflow, in which year it was incurred. But like in the 0th year, it would be directly subtracted. But if it is in first year, we need to multiply it by the first year PVF and then we can subtract it. Like if it is in second year, so second year PVF multiplied and then we'll subtract it. Clear?
Okay.
Hanji. Yes, student, please kindly confirm. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, start the next topic.
Okay, fine. So the next question in which we have working capital is also given. I think this is again the one of the same question I think we have. Yeah, but in this question, the difference is that the PAT is given to you, profit after tax is given to you. So first of all, we need to convert PAT into cash inflow. Okay, do it please in the 5 minutes of time, please. This question now, last question. And then we'll do one more question of the working capital. Everyone, please. Similar question we have. The only difference is that PAT is given to you. So it is after tax, means what we have to do, we need to add depreciation in order to calculate cash inflow. And then the process would be similar. Clear, everyone?
सर प्रॉफिट डेप्रिसिएशन प्लस होकर शो होगा ना
Yes, yes.
24,000
Profit will be added.
32,000 42,000 34,000
Hanji, hanji. But make sure the formula for depreciation would be cash outflow minus scrap value divided by life of the machinery. That is 18,000.
from
Okay. Understood, please? Hanji, clear students, everyone? Depreciation calculation 18,000. Hanji, please give me the answer of total cash inflow first, including your scrap value calculation. Including your scrap value calculation.
सर 109842
109842. No, it is one.
no if scrap value is 10,000 scrap value 10,000 multiplied by 0.683 na
621, ma'am. 5th year.
5th year.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Because scrap value will be incurred in the 5th year. You can see that. after 5 years. Okay, so in the 5th year, scrap value will be generated by the company. So it's 10,000 into 0.621.
So answer is 109,222.
It is 120,400, ma'am.
120.
Yeah, because 114,190 plus 10,000 into 0.621. So 120,400.
Your answer is 114.
Yeah, 114,190 excluding scrap value.
Sir, 5th year cash inflow
5th year's cash
is
inflow
nil,
is
na?
nil plus depreciation, ma'am. It is PAT only plus depreciation. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes,
5th
yes.
year
No
I'm not calculating.
Yes, yes. Do it, please, and let me know.
1 minute.
Yes, we are waiting. No worries. And then we'll move to the working capital calculation.
Sir, 120,400. My answer is.
Yes, yes. 120,400 minus cash outflow is 1 lakh. Okay. So 20,400 is the NPV.
Yes, noted.
Okay, this is not correct answer. This is the correct answer actually. Clear, everyone, please.
Yes.
Because I am only getting only one response from Gunjan, I think. Yes. Yes. I can see a lot of students right now in the class, but yes, students, is it clear to everyone?
Sir, please explain. I am not able to.
Ma'am, which part, please tell me.
So from the starting, sir.
Ma'am, starting, is it not possible? Actually, you can go for recording classes later on. But
Yes, sir.
okay, so
Yes.
yes, ma'am. Okay, if it is something is missed, you can just go for the recording lecture, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
Now, moving to the next question, in which working capital is given to you. So just take this question right now. In this question, the cost is given to you 1.5 lakh, life of the machinery is 5 years, taxation is 50%, and depreciation is basically your SLM method, and the working capital is 50,000 rupees. Okay. And the PBDT is given to you. Profit before depreciation and taxation is given to you. So I think if you remember income statement, let me open that. If you remember the income statement, the PBDT is given to you. So from this PBDT, first of all, you need to subtract depreciation, you will get PBT. You will subtract taxation, you will get PAT. You will add depreciation, you will get cash inflow. Ultimately, we need this item. Okay, and then PVF multiplication and then NPV. Understood? Okay, so first of all, what exactly you have to do right now, just convert this PBDT into cash inflows, first of all. Everyone, understood, please? You have to follow the income statement. Subtract depreciation, add subtract depreciation, subtract taxation, and add depreciation. You will get your cash inflow. Understood, everyone? And then I'll explain you how to adjust the working capital adjustment. Clear?
Sir, first year profit is 90,000.
Profit?
No, CF 80, sorry.
Cash inflow? No, it should be less than that. I think it is 50,000.
70,000 our profit minus 30,000 depreciation.
40,000.
Minus tax 20,000 plus depreciation.
50,000. 20 plus 30, 50.
नहीं 150 डिवाइडेड बाय 5 ना, तो 30,000 ना, प्लस 30,000.
हाँ, तो 20 पे 30, 50. We'll add dep ना, we'll add depreciation. Minus dep
ठीक है, मैंने
plus
40 माइनस 20 60 कर दिया, सॉरी.
no. 40 minus 20 is 20. 20 plus 30 is 50. Okay?
ओके.
Yeah, sure.
शो क्वेश्चन.
Yeah, sure. You just solve the question till cash inflow only right now.
सर पीवी फैक्टर परसेंटेज इज
10%. It is 10%. You got your answer of cash inflow first? 50,
हाँ, कैश
52,
इनफ्लो 50
55.
53 55 60 61.
Yes, correct. Now multiply by PVF. That is 10%.
10% not showing question, no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. सर 209334.
209,394.
ये गलत हो गया.
209,394. Yes, understood now. 209,394 total of this all PVCI, present value of cash inflows.
394 is correct. Okay.
Correct? Fine.
Hmm.
Now the next part. Now how to adjust working capital? Okay. Now if you can see that adjustment right now, in working capital, what we have to do in case of inflow, we need to multiply similarly what we did in the scrap value. Working capital multiplied by last year PVF and will add in the cash inflow. Similar what we did in the scrap value. So 50,000 into 0.621, 31050. You will add it, you will get total cash inflow. Okay. And working capital will also subtracted directly from this particular case. So cash outflow is the cost of the machinery minus working capital 50,000, because these two are outflow of the company. You will get the answer is 40,444, and definitely as you can see that your project is having high positive NPV. In that case, it will be accepted. Clear? Clear, please?
Sir, outflow is 1 lakh, no? 150 minus 50.
Yeah, outflow is 150, working capital is 50. You can see that working capital in two adjustments. Okay, first in the inflow, same to the scrap value, and will subtract working capital directly from the cash outflow because it's an outflow for the company. Okay, so 50,000 subtracted, 150 subtracted, mean 240 minus 2 lakh, 40,444. Understood? Yes, students, understood? Please, everyone.
Sir, outflow में working capital plus होगी.
No, minus होगी. Outflow is always an expense for the company. Working capital is basically a sort of, you could say, fund you arrange to manage your expenses, and this is basically the part of your expenses. That's why it will be subtracted. And one adjustment in the inflow as well, because this working capital is helping the company in order to generate the profit of the organization. That's why it is added into the cash inflow as well by multiplying last year's PVF. Clear? हाँ जी. हाँ जी. Is it clear, please?
Yes.
Perfect. So I hope so it is clear now. Normal NPV question with working capital and with your scrap value calculations. Clear, everyone? Okay, fine. So let's move to the next topic now, that is profitability index now. Okay. Now profitability index for the, it's very simple question actually. Profitability index, nothing but it is cost benefit ratio. Okay. Profitability index will always guide you in terms of ratio, in terms of, you could say, the value, how a particular company is performing. Because if the company's profitability index is greater than 1, means company is having higher cash inflow as compared to outflow. And when the PI is less than 1, when the company having higher cash outflow as compared to inflow. Okay, for the previous question itself, you can see that the company's total cash inflow, it was 209,394. Not including working capital, okay? 209,394. And what was the outflow? Is 1,50,000. So you can see that 1.39. Clearly it is visible that the company's cash outflow is less than the cash inflow. Okay? So always remember, PI is very, very simple topic which guide you always. If it is PI is greater than 1, then definitely the company's cash inflow is higher than company's cash outflow. But if the PI is less than 1, then the company having higher outflow as compared to inflow. Because PI can only be calculated with the help of NPV only. Is it clear, please? Very, very simple topic.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now I am moving to the next method, that is IRR. Last method of this particular topic, internal rate of return. Okay. Now IRR is basically nothing but it is the rate of return which the company must have to earn so that the company should not have either profit or losses. For example, the break-even condition means how much the company must have to earn in order to understand that the company's total cash inflow should be equal to cash outflow. Means it is a rate or the percentage at which the company's total cash inflow is equal to total cash outflows. Okay. So now you can see the formula first of all. Okay. Please note down this formula right now. The formula for IRR, internal rate of return. I hope you understood what is IRR. It is a rate of return or the percentage where the company having total cash inflow equal to total cash outflow. Okay. Please note down this formula now and we'll discuss one question for this. Yes, note down student, IRR equal lower rate plus NPV at lower rate upon difference in NPV into difference in rate. Always make sure while we'll discuss this question of IRR, your NPV topic should be very, very thorough and it should be clear as well because IRR can only be calculated with the help of NPV only. Okay. With the help of NPV only. Okay. Yes, note it down everyone. Yes, students, note it down please. IRR formula. Students, am I audible please? Have you noted down this part?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. So let's move to the numerical of this. Okay. First numerical. Now, 1 minute. I think this is a complete numerical we have. I think this one we can go for. Okay, just let me explain you what is IRR from this question only. Okay, you can see this question right now. In this question, PBDT is given to you 6,000, 3,000, 2,000, 5,000, and 5,000 for 5 years. PBDT, okay, make sure. Cost is given to you 10,000. Life of machinery is 5 years. Taxation 50%. You have to calculate IRR. And the existing present value factor is 10%. Is 10%. Okay. So what we have to do first of all, please kindly convert this particular question from this PBDT till discounted cash inflow. Okay. Let me, I think, copy this question on a separate page. Okay. 1 minute, please. Yes, students. So you can see this question right now. The years are given to you and the PBDT is given to you. Okay. Now, number of years we have 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. For this 5 years, the PBDT values are 63255. Okay. So 6,000, 3,000, 2,000, 5,000, and 5,000. Okay. Along with that, the additional information is given to you for this question. That is the cost of the machinery is 10,000. Taxation is 50%. Appreciation is on SLM method. And PVF 10%. Okay. We need to calculate IRR as of now for this question. Okay. Understood, everyone? Yeah, life is 5 years as well. Okay. Life is 5 years. Life is 5 years. Okay. Is this clear, please, everyone? Please try to solve first this question till present value factor or present value of cash inflow at 10%, similar to the previous questions. Okay. Please do it. Then I'll explain you how to calculate the IRR. You understood what is IRR, everyone? What is IRR? It is that percentage of rate where the company's total cash inflow equal to cash outflow. Clear? हाँ जी. Yes, I'm waiting for the answers now, please. Yes, and if you missed something, definitely this lecture will be recorded, available on the IIBM YouTube link, so you can just access from there. Okay. Because this topic will wind up today, and from tomorrow we'll start the new topic. हाँ जी. Anyone got the answer, please? Haji, clear everyone? Please tell me the answer. It should be around 3636, 2065, 1502, 2390.5 and 2173.5. The total should be 11767. Anyone got the answer, please? Or still doing? Yes, students, please kindly update. Yes, students, done. I think, please tell me. It is simple question of NPV, I think. It should be 11767 at 10%, first of all. Please kindly confirm. Haji. Students, am I audible, please? I think so. Student, please kindly confirm. Anyone got the answer, please, till this point? Because it's similar to NPV questions, okay? Till the calculation of this first point. NPV is 1767, which is positive. There is no difference in this question till the point. Everyone got the answer, please? 1767 NPV at 10%. Haji. Students, please kindly confirm. I'm still waiting for the response from the students. Yes, Ms. Shipra, Gunjan, Komal, I think people are responding right now in the classes. You got this answer, please? The NPV is 1767 at 10%. Haji. 1767 positive NPV at 10%. I think so. I'm not getting a response from the student. I should wind up. I should continue with the question. I think so. Okay, fine. So after that, what we have to do, in order to calculate the IRR, we need at least one NPV positive and one NPV negative. Okay. So in order to make the positive NPV into negative, we need to increase the rate from 10 to 15, 20 to 20, whatever it could be. Okay. You can see the difference is 1000 something. So we need to increase the rate by at least 5 to 10%. Okay. So what we will do now, the similar question, we will calculate the NPV at 20%. So 1 divided by 1.2, you will get all this PVA factor. Okay, and the NPV you can see right now is minus 674.5. Is minus 674.5. What exactly we have to do? We need to convert a particular question in one positive NPV and one negative NPV. Okay, once we get this answer, definitely we can apply the formula for IRR. Okay, one more thing which I want to tell you right now. For example, if at 10% only, if your NPV become negative, so in order to make it positive, you need to reduce the rate. You need to reduce the rate from 7%, 6%, 5%. So that should be the calculation which we have to do. Is it clear, please? Okay. So now what we'll do now, IRR is lower rate plus NPV at lower rate upon difference in NPV into difference in rate. Okay. So what is lower rate? 10% plus NPV at lower rate is 1767. 1767 divided by difference in NPV. So 1767 minus of minus 674.5 into difference in rate, that is 20 minus 10. So that would be 17.23%. Okay, this is a very simple calculation for IRR as well. Hanji, please kindly have a look of this last variety of this capital budgeting topic. We are done with this particular topic now. Please note it down fast, everyone, this answer. And for a similar question, please calculate DPVP, ARR, and NPV. Okay. For similar question, please calculate DPVP, ARR, and NPV. NPV done already. That is about 1767%. 1767. ARR should be 22%, and DPVP should be 4 years, 2.25 months. Clear, everyone? Please note down this answer till IRR first, and then go for calculation of DPVP and ARR. Yes, students, everyone. Please note it down fast. And solve this similar question for ARR first and then DPVP. Yes, student, clear, everyone? IRR, NPV, PBP, discount payback period, ARR, profitability index. We have done with all the topics of your syllabus. Okay, so if it is clear, please, we can start the one more question in which you need to calculate everything. Okay, this question will solve now. Okay, you can see this question right now. The outflow is 3 lakh and the inflow, cash inflow directly given to you, which is 20. Okay, so you can see that it is expected annual income after depreciation but before taxation. So what is given to you? It is PBT, profit before tax. It is profit before tax. Okay, so always make sure this is about our PBT. Okay, PBT. Fine. So it is profit before tax. So you need to convert this into cash inflow for calculation of NPV, discount payback period, even payback period, or for ARR, you need to convert till PAT. Okay. So you can see the answers are already done over here. PBP, DPVP, ARR, NPV, profitability index, and IRR. Everyone, Please kindly solve the first question right now, which is PBP, payback period. These answers are wrong, okay? Just focus on these answers. The first value is 90,000, which is your PBT, 80, 70, 60, and 50. Depreciation 20% and taxation 50%. Okay, please do it fast, students. We are done with all the topics which I have mentioned over here. I hope so, students. This topic is clear now. Is there any query first of all? To anyone? Is there any query to anyone, please? Haji. Yes, students, please kindly confirm. Is it clear, everyone? Ms. Shipra, Poonam, Rakshit, Komal, Gunjan, Satyan, and Archit. Because we are done with this topic now. If you have any query, definitely we can stay. And you can just take a screenshot of these questions, please, along with answers. This question as well. You will get all the answers for 2 projects, A and B. And this one more question. So 3 questions I am giving you right now. Just practice it and do let me know in the next class if you have any query in that. Okay? Please take the screenshot of this question now. 1. The second question, along with answers as well. And the last question, along with answers. Clear? Okay. So I'm waiting for the query from the students. If it is not, then we'll sign out for the day. And tomorrow we'll take the queries first, and then we'll start the session. Any query to anyone, please? Is there any query to anyone?
No.
No? Perfect. So we are signing off for the day now.
Sir.
Yeah, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
सर ये लेक्चर 5 to 7 ही रहता है, 6 to 8 नहीं हो सकता?
See, ma'am, as of now, the schedule which we set by keeping in consideration the faculty time as well. Okay.
Because sir, office timing is 10 to 6 ना.
Okay. Okay.
So अभी तो मैं ऑफिस से बाहर ही निकली हूँ, जस्ट इसलिए मैं IIR वाला टॉपिक नहीं कर पाई. कल प्रैक्टिस करी थी मैंने.
Okay. Okay.
उसकी NPV, PI ये सब करी थी, बट IIR पेंडिंग था मेरा.
ठीक है
मैम. आंसर नहीं दिया IIR के.
नहीं मैं समझ गया था. I think you might be somewhere. So you can do one thing. You can go record a lecture of this particular IRR. Okay. And do let me know in case any query you have.
Okay.
Or shall I explain right now?
लेक्चर का ही पूछ रही थी. 6 to 8 possible है?
Ma'am, as of now, like because by keeping in consideration as of for all the student and faculty, it is 5 to 7. In case if any changes you need, so you just inform to the college, and if they will do the same, definitely we can, ma'am.
चलो कोई बात नहीं.
Okay? Yeah, sure. So shall we sign up for the day then?
Yes.
Okay. Then tomorrow I'll start the next topic, that is leverages. Okay, leverage analysis. Clear? Leverages, yes.
Leverages ना?
हाँ.
Leverage.
Yes, leverages.
Okay.
हाँ जी. Okay, fine. So thank you everyone, and we'll catch you tomorrow now.
Thank you, sir.